I've got wings and boobies.
She's literally
me.
just staring at the camera. How are we competing against that?
Yeah,
No, no.
competing against that?
I mean, we can't. For the rest of your life.
with the Dark Knight.
Can I do this or what?
Yeah.
One movie is Goodfellas. Okay.
Oh, we have to
Before.
choose one of the four. Hold on a second.
Listen.
It's
one
Stop
is
interrupting
Goodfellas.
Don't
her.
interrupt
Want me
Liz,
to
guys.
mute them all, Liz? I
All of you
can.
guys be quiet right now.
Oh my
He's trying
God.
to talk, okay? Do not.
Okay, one is-
Oh, hang on
one
a
is-
second. We got a phone call.
He's trying-
Oh, sorry.
So, how did you get the link to get in the Zoom room? This is Liz. No?
It's on Twitter.
It's on Twitter?
Yes.
Twitter.
You know what? I might have shared the wrong link.
You want me?
John, are you there?
Wait, what's the little
What's
baby
up?
in the right-hand corner?
We can't hear
John, you're tripping me out, bro.
Man, looks like you just ordered some coke.
Oh, shit! Now! What? Man,
What
check it
is
out. It's
going
It's on the ground. Oh, wait, now some chicks on him. There's some dudes on him.
you. What is going on?
Wait. Oh, they're doing CPR. John! John's doing it. Get his ass back alive, dude.
Got
Where
eight.
we are? Oh, there goes John.
Wait, why are we
Lost
frozen?
John. Where'd John go?
Hey, John. Restaurant wearing that.
On like
If I was a
10,
woman.
10 of your monitors, you got.
What is she saying?
Wow. Wow. This is great. This is content. I don't know why we only have 11.
Hey, John, hang out with us, man. You know?
Yeah.
There he is. He's there. Hey, John, what's up, dog? How you been? You gonna do it
Oh, here
again?
we go again.
That's where I put the Zoom
Oh.
link. I meant to.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
shit.
That's it.
Yeah. He's
This
pooping.
is great. Look at that. Shit away,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, no, he has. Hey, when you gotta go to, he must have had Maria's.
Cantina. Restaurant. Bye, John.
And a championship semi finals. Fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna cut this shit off. All right.
We'll get there. All
Yeah,
right,
we'll
next,
take care of Jim. We gotta take care of Jim.
we got the
You know what-
ugliest Bert and Ernie I've ever seen in my life. What the hell is
Oh.
that?
Oh my god.
Kind of looks like Ray.
Right, that's that.
Sorry.
I mean,
I don't have a filter. I'm sorry. You
one?
guys gonna put shit like them.
Is that-
Barney, what's up? It's John. Oh fuck!
Oh
John,
no. John got her.
God, no!
John.
He's getting in a coffin? What is he getting in?
And we didn't get. What's that sound? What is that sound, horse?
It's this sound.
You sure you don't want to tell them about your pediatric hemorrhoid?
What's John doing? Wait, I gotta watch John on the picture. Hey, Joe, Joe Barney. Joe,
Oh, John's in. What?
Barney, go out now.
John's throwing up.
That was horse yesterday after eating meatballs from 7-Eleven.
That's what a Zoom bomber is.
That's a Zoom bomber, huh?
Oh, okay.
That's our first official Zoom bomb.
We got Zoom Bomb, folks. Fucking A.
Protester.
Zoom Bomb City.
That was fun.
It's
And
yeah.
he's
It's
got
like
his ugly ass feet down there too. You don't even
oh,
have
he's
shoes on.
barefoot. I didn't even notice that costume.
boy.
So you get the orange coat, prison garb, the fake wig, and the glasses. And eBay said, nah, we're not gonna allow that. So they pulled them all down.
Why?
They said they didn't want to have Jeffrey Dahmer.
It's more like Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's the dude that ate people?
Yes.
That's the idiot.
Yes.
Oh, that dude's freaky. Yeah, fuck him. I wouldn't do it either.
Then he ate them.
He's missing one piece of the costume. I would have actually had one more piece, a bag of Old Trapper, and then when people ask what that is, I go, no, not what, who. Remember Trapper used to call it a Jim Rome show?
Oh, are
That's what we should talk about. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you at work?
I did that on the water hole. I crapped in my van.
Oh, I just farted. Did you hear that? I jumped into my chair. A little fart came out.
Good.
and I can see it in slow motion coming out of my mouth.
Oh, a Luke?
No. I almost had an embarrassing situation happen, though. The bathrooms weren't working, and I needed to go now. Like,
You know?
I had somebody ask me if I was a bot.
Are you a bot?
Well,
Have any of us in
Well.
this room actually seen Liz live?
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Hello, everyone. We are live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
oh, we're
Do
live.
it live.
We are live.
That was quick.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Liz
really
is here.
quick.
If you can't hear, Liz is here. She's
What's
here.
up?
What's up, everyone?
trying to-
What a day.
We were both talking. I'm tired. Gassed. It's all right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I had I had a 4-day weekend, and I'm gassed. But yeah, that's what happens. You take 4 days
well,
off.
you were doing all sorts of things.
I was working. Hey, real quick, since we're talking about that, I spent the entire weekend. DJ Haunted Horse is coming back June 6th, 8 p.m. Pacific. I have rebuilt that thing. I ripped it down to the studs, and I have rebuilt it. It will look totally different than anything you're used to, and I'm putting together bumpers. Here's one I was working on today. It needs work, but here's what it looks like so far.
HollywoodRejects.com presents DJ Haunted Horse on the Mixcloud music platform.
Anyway.
Dang.
It's going to have a totally new, different build. It's got different special effects. Things don't just pop on the screen and up. They slide on, slide out. It is a totally new built show, ripped to the studs and refurbished and rebranded. And that comes June 6th. Why do I want to say September? I don't know why, but June 6th at 8 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah,
And I
that's
don't
your
know-
major announcement. Oh, hi, everybody. I know lots
Oh,
of
wait,
people
wait,
are
wait.
saying
Wait. We
hello,
got breaking
so
news.
hi.
The chicken wants to say something.
Elizabeth! Reminds me of bacon.
So Eric told me it was about a week ago. He said that he had this as an earworm. I kid you not. He said he was at work and he couldn't get this out of his head.
Dallas sucks.
Oh, fuck.
He
That's
just
a
kept
terrible
going, Dallas
earworm to
sucks in his head.
Dallas sucks.
Peter was first.
You won.
And who's the loser? Darren.
So you get nothing. You
Loser.
lose.
I
Good
just put
day,
on
sir.
I just put on the Knicks in the Indiana game. I haven't been watching none of this, but I'm intrigued.
Are you?
Oh my God, Kevin Harlan. Well, hello. I love Kevin Harlan. So
There you
yeah,
go.
has he been there the whole time? Kevin
I don't
Harlan
know. I haven't watched
is the
game.
greatest commentator ever. So I may watch this basketball game just because I don't want the Knicks to win. Fuck the Knicks.
You don't want the Knicks to win.
That should
Okay.
be a soundbite right there. Fuck the Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks. Okay.
I'm tired of seeing all the
What did you
Hollywood people
What did you
showing
say?
up. You know
What
how
did
it
you
is when
say?
they're in New York.
What the fuck did you just say?
Yeah,
Said
talking to
fuck the
you.
Knicks.
Wasn't Larry David at one of the games recently
Yeah.
when they lost?
What did you say?
Anyway.
They're making fun of that guy too. What's his name? Cat or something?
Yeah, that's
That pudgy guy.
Yeah, Cat. Because he came. Yeah.
He did a real gay pass. Like, ugh.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah, it was all over the internet. It was funny. He did. He's a little portly, like George Costanza or something.
Burndog got mentioned on. He got mentioned on the Jim Rome show today.
Oh, that's still around.
Yeah, Burndog.
I'm just kidding. I said that Jim Rome show
I know what you're
is still.
Hey,
So
real quick, because I heard this on the radio.
Oh no.
No, it was Jim referencing Burndog, but he called him Burndog, and on Twitter he's Bernard. How does Jim know that we nicknamed him Burndog?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Other than, well, I mean, Lauren comes into our chat all the time, and he runs the TV side of Jim's show. So, but I don't think he got it from there. I think, anyway, I heard him.
Who knows?
Burndog.
So,
and I'm like, how does he know he's called Burndog?
I don't know.
All his social media says Bernard.
Anyway. Okay.
Tyler's here. Hey, Tyler.
Welcome to the party.
Tyler, he looks like you had a nice weekend at the lake. That was some nice looking pictures he was posting.
Where'd he post those?
On Twitter. He
Really?
posted a picture of a fire.
Hold on.
I think that was Friday night.
muted?
And then
Do I have-
and then
do
the
I have
other
him muted?
day there was
No.
like a sunrise or a sunset. I think it was a sunrise. I'm not sure.
Oh, the lake boat picture. I did see that
Yeah,
one.
his
the
lake
fire.
life.
That isn't from the lake. That's from his old. Isn't that from
There
your
was a
mom's
fire.
House, Tyler? Is that fire from your mom's house or is that live? I thought
don't
that was an
think
old
so.
picture. Maybe it is new. I
It
just
was
assumed.
sunset. No, that's the lake. He says
Okay.
that's the lake.
I thought that was a fire from when he had his mom's house and they had a big bonfire. Anyway, that was live. All
Yeah.
of it. Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay. Anyway.
We'll do it live.
This Tyler.
We'll do it live.
Okay, so why I'm here is I kind of got obsessed with something.
Why
I'm
are you
bored.
here?
It's not football season. I get bored and I fall into these like rabbit holes. So it started off with me and my son kind of going on a road trip, and he'll always be like, play something. So I thought, what can I play? And then I was like, I'm gonna play him like Van Halen 1, the album, the very first album. I don't know why, it just like came out of nowhere. And so I was playing it, and then what was weird is your phone, it listens to you. So next thing you know, I'm like scrolling on Twitter that night, and I see
This is
David Lee
Liz's
Roth.
phone listening to her.
What did you say?
That's your phone.
Yeah. I see this tweet of David Lee Roth at the 2015 some awards where he's with Van Halen, and they're playing one of the older songs. I don't remember which one it was. Actually, I think I do. And it wasn't even Michael Anthony that was playing. It was Wolfie, Eddie Van Halen's son, was playing, right? I think it was Unchained is the song that they were playing, and I said, I'm going to go into the comments. The comments, oh my God, they were obliterating David Lee Roth. Like people were just killing him. And then of course, there's a whole, and I started saying, hey, wait a second. Like David Lee Roth is an icon. I don't care what anybody says. I've always hated Sammy Hagar. Always hated Sammy Hagar. And then I used to get into arguments with the 12 Wood about it, and stuff. Yeah.
Sammy.
Yeah, that's horrible. Horrible. I mean, they turned into pop, kind of like pop rock when David Lee Roth was there, yes, David Lee Roth was disgusting. He was filthy.
Dirty pig!
He was a dirty pig.
You
But
dirty
damn it,
pig!
I fucking loved that dude back then. He was so raunchy in a way that you just loved him. You know what I mean? And maybe, I don't know, is that a female perspective?
Probably.
Because you were around back then. But don't you remember putting
I was
on
in high school when
MTV?
that shit was popular.
Putting on MTV, yeah, because well, I was younger, but my two older brothers were in high school, and they were always had it on MTV. I mean, remember watching Jump?
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember watching
Yeah.
Panama, and you're
Yeah.
like, who the hell is this dude?
Yeah.
But you know, how many times when you were in high school did you go and were like, I put my hands between my legs and ease the seat back.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
like there was this raunchiness, but it was great. And
I
then the
remember
band
when
just
he broke or he left the band or they threw him out. However,
well,
And
apparently
he came
it
out
was
with
him and
California
Eddie Van
Girls.
Halen.
That was one of the hottest videos as a
Well, Hot for
young
Teacher.
man in high school. I would watch that and record
Yeah.
it and then pause
But
it.
that was when he was solo, right?
Yes,
It's hard
solo.
for me to
Yep.
differentiate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when he was solo. But when he was with Van Halen, there was just some it was a how do you call it? Like a yin yang type thing. I feel like he was one kind of entity, and then when the guys would start singing, that was another entity. But
Right.
they mashed together so well.
the front man
And-
has always got his own. He's kind of.
I gotta read the comments.
He's always
Yes,
different.
Jamie's crying. Yeah, Hagar sucks. Oh, thank you. Well, so far I have people. I'm just a gigolo. Yeah.
Apparently, I took
Yeah.
crap on Tyler's picks.
It's a complete crap.
No. Anyway, that's all. And I think a lot of people agree.
I didn't like Sammy Hagar in Van Halen. I Can't Drive 55. That's the only song of his I liked. But to me, it was David Lee Roth, and when he left, it was to me David Lee Roth leaving Van Halen was the same as now I'm drawing a blank. Okay, Steve Perry leaving Journey. It was
Yes.
to me it was done. The
Yeah,
band,
that's a great.
I was
That's
done.
a great comparison.
Done.
That's a great comparison.
It's
It's true.
The
Just
the
a
band was
unique
different.
voice.
Yes.
A unique voice. And you know, I think I saw something with Eddie Van Halen where Eddie Van Halen hated him off the stage, but when they were on the stage singing, he said it was just magic. It was just magic.
Right.
But he hated him, you know, outside.
A lot of
that.
times alphas don't get along well because each one
Yeah.
wants the majority of the attention. Well, I write the
It's-
songs
well,
and I play the
it
guitar,
does
but
work.
I sing the songs. Yeah.
Sometimes it works. Like with Metallica, Lars and James are both alphas, you know, and they fought a lot, like big time. They have fought. And in fact, there's an interview with them that Jim Brewer did, and they were asking Lars what his favorite song was, and he says Orion, and James is like, "Oh yeah, you picked the song with one of the only songs where I'm not singing."
That's hilarious.
It's just actually Orion is one of my
I
favorite
drove
songs too.
55 in a school zone, signed Bloody Mary Lou, because she got the DUI.
But yeah,
Mary
I
Lou
think
Retton.
sometimes though, like that is, you know, I think there were probably plenty of times where Lars and James were about to, you know, like fuck you, you know what I mean?
Well, everybody's got to argue when you're that close and you're living together for those
Absolutely.
long road trips. Everybody's going to have
Constantly.
friction.
Yes.
But
Yes,
but
it's true.
With Van Halen, it's just another level. And then they got back together, and then they couldn't keep that together. And then Sammy
Yeah.
Hagar and David Lee Roth went on tour with Van Halen, and that didn't even
Yeah.
make it. I think that made it like 3-4 weeks before one of them quit, and
Yeah.
just not.
It was a big hot mess.
Yeah,
Big
Yeah.
hot mess.
It's
But lots of good music came out of
yeah. I mean,
out of
I
that
like the
short
music,
time.
and I play the music, and
that. Van Halen was 1984 was definitely one of my favorite albums ever.
I'm trying to
But-
think of. I'm trying to think of any Sammy Hagar song, Van Halen songs
No,
that I like.
no. I look
Um,
at Sammy Hagar and I want to throw up. I can't even think about what he looks like. Makes me want to puke.
Yeah.
I just don't like the guy. I don't know what it.
Yeah.
Nothing
I
personal.
didn't like their
It's just I
music.
don't like him.
It got really synthesize-y and just
Yeah, yeah. And David Lee Roth, I saw a quote that he says Sammy Hagar has sang all of my songs, but I've never sang a Sammy Hagar song. I mean,
Wait a minute.
that's a mic drop. You know, it's true.
Gail said, I had the unfortunate opportunity to see Van Halen in 83. What was unfortunate about that?
Wow.
83?
She didn't have enough drugs.
Maybe.
She didn't have enough drugs.
83 might have been prior to some of their best songs.
Well, you know, I
Their
think
best
when
album.
wasn't Van Halen like was that 1978, 79? Was when they were like fresh and new? I don't even know, when was Van Halen 1 released?
I'm trying to think of my favorite. That was like hot for tea. I'm trying to think.
Oh, she says drunk fucks. Yeah. I guess it was the crowd. I bet the crowd is unruly.
They had all. Okay, got it. 83. Okay, got it. Fair enough.
Van Halen.
I wouldn't have been able. Let's see, I graduated in 87. That would have put me. Yeah, I would have been. My parents wouldn't have let me go. I've been like 14.
No, yeah, same.
14.
No way. My
14
parents would
too,
have let me
yeah,
go.
Yeah.
It was all, yeah. So Van Halen 1 came
They
out
were
February
drunk off
10th,
their ass and
1978.
Oh, so the band was drunk and couldn't play. They were
Oh,
blasted.
Well, see, that's 5 years after, because Van Halen 1 came out in 1978. Well, yeah, if they were drunk,
Yeah.
that's just, yeah. It probably would have been better to go to 78 or 79
83.
when they I've seen the Strokes. I love the Strokes, one of my favorite bands. And when I went to the concert, like Jillian was so drunk and just like, you know, stumbling all over the stage. And I was kind of like, what? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, come on. You know what I mean?
I've been disappointed more at concerts than I've been enjoyed them. I haven't been a ton. But
Yeah.
I've had some where they
Metallica
just
has
sound
never let me
off
down.
and they're just like, ugh.
Yeah. Metallica has never let me down. Every Metallica show I've gone to, they're on point. They kick ass. It's very well done. And I think it's just because of, I don't know, there's something about them that they want, that they put on a good show. They just do. Even now, I think they're touring right now.
V, do you have a job? I think Jim asked you that
Who?
today.
Who
V
has
and the
a
Fee.
Who?
V and the Fee. He literally
Rome
spends his entire day.
He's got a job.
Does he have a job? Yeah, Rome asked if V had a job. Are you working? He goes, are you working today? He just is just constant. He's got a machine gun of jokes that he fires.
Well,
And then, you know, he gets it's to 4 o'clock. He's like, damn, Rome's all done for the day. The after show's over. The Jim Rome show's. Oh, Haunted Horses show. Here, I'll lock and load these. Yeah, it's hilarious. Of course I have a job. That's funny.
you know, maybe he was piggybacking. And a lot of people will piggyback off of holidays, you know, because you can use some PT, you know, it turns in like you, if you would have taken today off, it would have been a 5-day weekend instead of a 4-day. That's
well,
kinda,
now
that's
that
cool.
I have Fridays off,
That's kind of cool.
I'm working on my shows Fridays, but I got Jim over here, and I can just crank out tweets all the time because I'm working, and I'm like, oh, that's funny, and I, you know, with a keyboard. Whereas my job, I'm driving. I can't I think it's something funny. I'm like, I can't send it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're sitting at a desk and you're listening to the show, you can just fire 'em
Here's
off.
you want to know what I used to do? Here's my suggestion.
What?
Okay, you buckle up and listen. Do a bunch of drafts. Do a bunch of drafts where you at Jim Rome and do the hashtag, and that's all. And then all you have to do is click into one of those drafts and then voice dictate it and send, because you already have the at Jim Rome and you already have the hashtag.
Yeah, I still can't do that when I'm working. There's
Really? Because that's what I used to do. I used to do some drafts, and then they would just be waiting. Well, no, I would do the drafts before I was driving, and then if I was driving, I would just go pick up one of those tweets.
Monitor all that shit.
Oh well, then I don't drive and work.
Well, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
With me, I have had something so funny that I pulled over to the side of the road and texted it out.
Yeah.
I was texting.
You get monitored? Would they watch you or something? In the truck? Is there a camera in your truck?
Yes, they do. They have cameras in the truck.
No.
Yes.
That would no.
Yes. They want to make sure you're not looking at your cell phone. They want to make sure you're not speeding. They want to make sure.
Oh my gosh.
You're not. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I never even thought of
The
that.
insurance companies are starting to mandate it. The insurance companies that cover the company vehicles.
That makes sense, though. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So the
Yeah, you
idiots
probably
that
have
used
some-
to do all that crap and get in trouble ruined it for everybody.
Wow.
Dictators.
Wow.
I know a few dictators. I have drafts. Then I.
What is with Mary Lou? Why is V obsessed with Mary?
Because she
Mary
got a
Lou
DUI,
Retton?
and it was a big topic on the show today.
What?
Mary Lou
what-
Retton got a DUI.
Oh,
So it was a big-
really?
People were saying
That's
stuff
kind of
like,
weird.
you know, when she walked the straight line, did she like do backflip afterwards? And you know,
Oh
she-
God,
yeah.
she's old, right?
She's,
How old is Mary Lou Retton?
she's ancient.
Well, you know,
She was popular when I was in high school, so that
she probably got molested by Bella Caroli. Let's be real. She's probably traumatized. Poor thing.
nah, she was before him. He
No,
was
she
in
wa-
that batch
no.
with no.
Why
Kate
is it when I
Strug
pull
or
up Mary Lou
whatever?
Retton, she's got oxygen going into
No,
her face?
Mary Lou Retton was big in the 80s. That dude was big in the late 90s, early 2000s with Carrie
He was
Strug.
there. Google it. He was there.
Was he for
Bella
Retton?
Caroli?
I saw those Olympics.
I did too. And he
Wait, were
hugged
you in
her.
California? I went to
Mary-
the Olympics, I should say.
Yes.
Bella
Caroli.
I put in,
and-
check this
and-
out. I put in Mary
and
Lou
Mary
Retton,
Lou Retton.
B-E-L-L.
that
and
was
the-
her coach.
The thing
that
it
was her
wants
coach.
The thing it wanted to autocorrect to was belly fat.
Bella
Bella
Caroli.
Mary
Yes,
Lou
there's a
Retton.
picture of them
Bella
together. Mary Lou Retton was coached by Bella and Marta because he previously
Okay,
coached Nadia
fair enough.
Comaneci.
I thought he came.
Yeah, I used to
later.
watch all this crap. And then his next one,
So
was
she
that
was
other
in
chick.
'84 Olympics. I was down in LA for
Yeah.
that. I went to a
Yeah.
bunch of those.
yeah, I remember that. I remember those Olympics back then. The Olympics, you know, we didn't have cable, so we had to watch it.
Right. And that was the Olympics
You
that
know?
Russia boycotted because we boycotted the one in '80 in the USSR because they invaded Afghanistan. Jimmy Carter's like, we're not going to go to the Olympics. So then they, of course, boycotted ours.
It's crazy.
It is.
Are there Olympics? Oh, this is 2025. Olympics don't happen in 2025. It's an odd year. Aren't they only on even years, or has something changed?
Well, Winter Olympics is which one's next?
2026.
Which
I always thought they were in
is
even
the-
years, but then they started
is
doing. I don't know.
next?
It's all very
Olympics.
confusing.
Olympics.
But anyway, so my son, you know, it's weird when you think about kids these days. Like my son is 18 and stuff, and I'm like, how do kids even discover music these days? Because back then we had MTV. We were always listening to the radio. You know what I mean? Kids don't listen to the radio now. They'd look at you like you were nuts.
Oh, you
radio?
want to get into
What's a
that
radio?
stuff. Real quick, the next Olympics is the Winter Olympics in Milan, Italy. Milan Cortina.
Milan.
February 6th, which is interesting. I will be cruising the Caribbean when that Olympics
Well, you should
starts.
go.
And wait a
does
minute, the
Milan
Olympics
get
are going to
that
be
cold?
going on during the Super Bowl.
Does Milan have mountains?
I hope so.
Italy doesn't seem like a Winter Olympics type venue.
It's got to be the north.
I guess.
Where is Milan Cortina located? Well, I know it's in
Italy's
Italy.
very popular right now with the Pope and everything. Italy's happening.
What do you mean you mean the American Pope? It's
That's
the
right.
Americans that are popular.
Very
Um,
popular. Italy's, you know.
2002
Big time.
28 is the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles.
Well, this is a close game. Indiana's only up by 2 points. 3:43 left in the first quarter. This is going to be a good game.
First quarter?
Freaking
You're
Knicks.
you're going to say it's a good game based on the first quarter? How much NBA have you
I'm not.
watched?
I know. I just know I'm
They
not
just had a
tweeting
game
anything
that
because I
was
tweeted.
40-point blowout.
Yeah, I tweeted something the other night about the Pacers and the Knicks, and then woke up to Johnny in Texas. You know, because that's what you want to wake up to. Responding to your tweet about the fat lady, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
You know, Johnny in Texas, I see something?
He amuses me. You know,
Well, didn't he just quit alcohol? Isn't he? Didn't he say?
I think
he's like
so.
3
I
years
think he's sober.
I thought he said 3 years.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Probably.
Because I'm 3 years.
He's an enigma. It's funny we talk about him and David Lee Roth. Speaking of enigmas, he's you hate him. You like I don't know. Seems like he's calmed down.
Jeff in Southfield.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Jeff in Southfield says Italy is mountainous.
Oh, okay.
There you go. It's mountainous.
Who knew?
Winter Olympics there. I need to go to Italy so I can see the mountains. I
Yeah.
just want to see Italy. I think of Italy, mountainous, but my image of Italy is like the Italian coast with all the the sheer cliffs and the
that's
buildings.
what I think
That's
of.
what I think of is the coast, but I'm sure
Yeah.
the United
guess.
States has a coastline, but it also has mountains, so I guess.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it's shaped like a boot.
when I went to Germany, we went down to Bavaria, where Switzerland is right there, on the border. And my God, it's just beautiful, beautiful, just
Switzerland.
just unreal.
Bavaria. Switzerland. Bavaria,
So-
I don't know why that makes me think of pastries, but it does. I don't know
Bavarian cream?
why. I don't know why.
You're thinking of Bavarian cream. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
So this DJ show you're gonna have, is it gonna be like what we used to do back in the day where it was requests and you play videos?
Yeah. Well, depends on the night. The first
Okay.
night,
Those are always enjoyable.
good. The first night, June 6th, is going to be high definition night. There are no videos on high definition night. It's all ultra high def music. So it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And Mixcloud allows the bandwidth for all ultra def songs. So if I pull YouTube videos and play them, YouTube does not broadcast in ultra high def. They have like CD. They're less than CD quality most times. So, but the next Friday, since you asked, is going to be 70s and 80s night, and that is videos, and then the night after that. So the first Friday of the month is always going to be ultra high def. The second Friday is going to be 70s, 80s night, and then third Friday and fourth Friday will be all decades, all genres. So you can request.
Oh,
country,
nice.
You can request.
And this is
60s.
I'll come and we'll play some Van Halen. Yeah,
You can play that
that's
on
right.
70s and 80s night.
Fits right in.
Here's the
Is it gonna be at your usual time slot?
8 to 10. No, 8
Okay.
p.m. 8 p.m. Pacific.
Wait.
So it'll be 10
Oh,
for you.
okay. Sweet.
Oh,
yeah.
Abigail's here. Got to play
Be
Abigail.
real, Abigail. Is that you?
Got to play the Abigail button.
See, Abigail,
That and the Cindy button always have to get
Abigail
played.
and Gail, and who's the? That's the new wave of lady clones.
Yes.
I've retired.
Yes. Abigail.
It's like high school. I've
Gail,
graduated.
Amber.
Graduated. Amber, I graduated. I'm done. So
We got.
well done, ladies. Well
Hey,
done. Way to
we-
take over.
We had.
I think
breaking-
Sarah still jumps in there now and then, right?
Salty Sarah T. Yeah, she's
But
always
Sarah
thirsty.
likes to really push the line. She likes to just.
right.
I saw something she did the other day, and I was like, "Damn, Sarah! What did she type? I gotta
pushing
go
the line,
find.
that's not her. I mean, that's V. I mean, I could sit there.
Well, that's
and
why
go
she's
through
salty, Sarah.
Shay. There's a
Now
lot
I
of
have to
line
go find it.
pushers.
Man, Sarah's one of my homies. I've known Sarah for God, it's like 15 years.
I like when she comes
I don't
on our
know.
shows because she's got that accent. I love that.
Oh,
that
it's amazing.
New England accent. I can't replicate it.
Yeah,
It's
one
amazing.
time with 12wood, I think it was me and her and Brad.
Mm.
And oh my God, like Brad just couldn't get enough of all of it.
Right.
Let me try to find that thing that Sarah did.
Sarah
Oh my
cracks me
gosh,
up.
when
That's
she's
what
not,
this is.
she likes to get into. Wait,
I gotta
the
play- I
Pope
gotta
is
play a
going
video
to start
today, Liz.
calling in as
Liz.
P in the V.
P in the V.
That is great.
P
Yeah,
in
the
the
Pope
V.
is going to start calling in as P in the V.
Liz, we
That's
have
funny.
certain things we got to do. I'm 10 minutes late for the video day, so hold on. It's short. They're always short. Here you go.
It's time for Haunted Horses Video of the Day.
We do video of the day at 5:20 every show. even though it's always late. Okay, here we go. Video of the day, everyone. Enjoy. And I can't remember if I showed this before or not, but I'm showing it again. See this guy climbing out on the wing? Or the tail of an airplane? That is crazy.
That is
Now, he's got a
nuts.
parachute on, but still, that is weird to see. No idea what that can is. He ate something. There we go. It says stand on the tail. That is freaking wild. Whee! There you go. That's your video of the day, people. That's crazy.
Oh gosh, that gave me.
seeing
that
it
gave
on
me
the
the-
big screen with the height. It just gets my
Yeah.
stomach all knotted up.
That gave me queasy just watching it.
Eric
I'm
says
not
he would've
into
thrown up.
heights. I'm not into heights.
Eric says he would have thrown up everywhere.
Oh,
Whisker
Yeah.
Biscuit Wednesday.
I
No,
get
it's
vertigo
Taco
very
Tuesday.
bad when I'm like high up. Like I feel like I'm just gonna faint. Like I get real dizzy.
Right.
Everything's spinning. I just don't
Yeah.
like it.
I don't like it either. I hate heights. I am not. Abigail said it made her hold her breath. I mean, he's just sitting out there, and even though you know he has
Yeah.
a parachute on, it's still stressful. Like,
Yeah.
what if he hits his head and then he knocks himself out and the parachute doesn't pop
Yeah.
because he's unconscious?
I don't think some people really grasp how fragile life is. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, something happens, you're done. Your life is over. Later, you're not seeing the next Super Bowl. You know?
I just saw a news
That's how I
article
see
and,
things.
and I'll let you guys know. It's just me. It's graphic what I'm going to say, but this is how what a thin line a lot of people are on with life. I just saw a news article. It happened today, and a motorcycle. He was driving and he laid it down, hit a car, and he's gone. And
Yeah.
it's like.
Yeah, just watch Chris and Casey's tweets every day.
Yeah,
and you'll
right.
see.
I muted that because I don't like to see it. But my point is that guy woke up this morning.
Yeah,
it was another day.
exactly.
He might have said hi to
Yep.
his family, whatever.
Yeah.
And
See you later.
And he's not gonna go home. But
See you later. Let's
yeah.
have pork chops later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't have no pork chops.
Yeah. Yeah.
No more.
Oh,
They're
I
planning
gotta
a
go to the
funeral
grocery
now.
store. Oh, I got to pay the rent. I got to. Oh, yeah. And it's like,
Exactly.
nope, it's
Yeah.
over. Why?
It's so
I mean,
true.
I'm glad. My parents were riding motorcycles up until about 5 years ago, and they're in their
Wow.
70s.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
I mean, they probably do it responsibly though.
Well, the Harley.
I think-
Yeah,
I-
but
I think you
still,
can be responsible.
Here's my thing with responsible.
Just, you know,
You're
driving
gonna
on
be
a
the
little
best
rural road.
motorcycle rider in the history of the world. If there's a driver next to you that doesn't
Son
know
of
what
a
they're doing,
bitch.
they will kill you. They're looking at their texting on their phone. They're doing it. All of a sudden, they don't see you, and
Yeah.
wham, you're gone. You
Yeah.
are a great motorcycle rider. You
That's true.
ran into a car driven by a moron. So
well,
to me,
sadly, there's more and more of those on the road.
two
Even if
wheels
you're
into
not,
city traffic
you
is
know,
a death wish, right?
yeah, living in San Antonio, like there's every day people are dying. I go to work, I come home. I go to work, I come home,
Mhm.
and then go to the store, go to work. Come, yeah, it's gotten crazy.
Jay
Oh, well.
says, rules of the road number 1, he with the most lug nuts will win. That's profound because semi-trucks have more lug nuts. So they're the ones
Yeah.
that have the highest chance of surviving. And then as you get smaller, I saw someone,
Yep.
you know what a
Yep.
smart car is? You know those little smart cars
Yeah.
that came out? The little teeny, they look like little like roller skates.
Yes.
If you had 2 of them, you could skate.
Yes.
I saw one of those today passing me on the freeway doing about, I didn't even know they could go
It's like a
75.
2-cylinder,
I don't know. But this is what
maybe
they look
3.
like. That's what they look like. They're tiny.
Yeah.
And they had a tablet in front of them and they were watching a movie.
Yeah, shocker.
That's
Yes, the
not
death
the
wish.
car you want to be in when you're
Yes,
watching
you're
a movie
gambling.
and you hit somebody, because you
Yeah.
will be the dead one.
I remember my dad bought a Geo Metro back in the day.
Oh, I remember
And that
those.
thing was a 3-cylinder
piece
car.
of junk.
He was so proud because he's like, I'm gonna save so much
I get
gas.
55 miles a gallon.
To
What a
building
piece of
back
junk.
to work.
What
It
a
was
piece
this
of
crazy
junk.
bright blue color. My dad,
Right, blue.
my dad
Piece
was
of
wild.
junk.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah. Do you know who
Yeah.
the hell I am signed Horse's parents when he asked them to ride in heavy bikes? Yeah.
You know who the hell I am.
Yeah, the Evil Knievel
Oh
drop.
God.
Do you know how that, I think I have that somewhere. Where is it? Evil Knievel. By the time I find it, the show will be over. There
Oh,
it is.
remember Evil Knievel. I mean, I remember.
You know what? That
like,
button is right
the
under this
whole-
one.
What the heck
The
was
whole
that?
house.
If Evil Knievel was coming on TV, like everybody in my household, we were all front and center. Like that was an event.
Oh, hell yeah. My parents were,
Back in
when
the
he
day.
jumped the Caesars Fountains, they were in Vegas for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a crazy time.
This is what I had as a kid. I don't know if you guys remember this.
It is done.
I had this.
If it is
Wait,
impossible,
not that. There it is. Ah!
Oh my God.
You would break your knuckles on the ground.
shock
when you
absorbing
spun it
stunt
around.
cycle.
I had it.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
Evil Knievel stunt
You
cycle.
can make
You
him do
put 'em over
wheelies.
the handlebars.
Backstands. Even mid-air
That's awesome.
somersaults.
Had one.
And for
Didn't
that
he have a
big
cape
jump,
at some
here's
point?
Evil. Up and over that 4-foot ditch.
What's that?
Did he ever wear a cape? I don't know why.
Yeah,
I have.
Yeah. He had a cape.
Yeah.
You know,
Reminds me of the Dukes of Hazzard because that was such a
Osborne.
realistic show.
Super Dave Osborne had the cape, I think. I think he was
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Because he was pretending to be
Blue Whale?
Yes, absolutely. You know, I've been a
Super
stuntman
Dave
all my
Osborne.
life.
That was from Bizarre in the 80s.
There's
late
just some weird
70s.
stuff
That
going
was
on.
So funny.
I mean, the Dukes of Hazzard was literally the most ridiculous show ever on TV. None of it made any sense.
That
None
I'll
of
tell
it.
you what, Daisy Duke though, she made a lot of
I
sense
know.
to me. I mean,
Well, of course,
not
yeah,
kidding.
back then.
Which one did you like out
It
of the
was
blonde
just-
or the dark-haired guy? Which
The
one?
dark-haired guy for
Dark-haired.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Daisy Duke.
Luke.
Oh,
Wait, Luke. Bo. Okay, Bo was the blonde, and Luke was the dark-haired.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay.
I know.
I
Yes.
just know who Daisy Duke was.
There's no doubt.
You mean you
and-
didn't fall for Cooter?
Hell no. And then Roscoe and,
And Boss
Roscoe
Hogg.
P. Coltrane. Oh my
Boss
God. It was
Hogg.
all insane. It was just the
Great.
most ridiculous. All the storylines
Absolutely.
made no sense.
No.
It was just.
They jumped the car and Daisy Duke would come out and her cleave would be
Yeah.
popping out of her top, and I thought
Yeah.
it was the greatest thing in the world.
It was just. Yeah. It was crazy.
Oh, it's
And
Daisy Duke.
TJ Hooker. Well, every show.
Oh,
had to have
TJ
that
Hooker
chick.
had Heather Locklear.
Every show had to have
Oh.
that chick.
Oh yeah.
The Fall Guy, he had a chick.
Heather Thomas.
Yes,
I know 'em all.
of them.
I know
all of
'em
them
all.
had to have that one chick.
And then the
that
Fall
was-
Guy they didn't have enough with just one hot chick. They had to get Marky Post on there. She became the new bounty hunter
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah,
So then they
Yeah.
had her and Heather Thomas in bikinis.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. They love to.
Did you ever have a crush on Magnum PI, Tom Selleck?
Not really.
Not really. All
It's
right.
a bit hairy.
Oh, he's too hairy.
Yeah, you just. I
In
don't
the
know.
70s
Didn't
and
take.
early 80s, a lot of hair.
No appeal.
A lot of guys.
Yeah,
a
lot of
chest hair. Yeah. Yeah. Gold chain.
I remember one of my favorite shows ever was Three's Company. That was one of my favorite shows.
Oh,
to love-
and Suzanne Summers got fired because she wanted too much money.
That was horrible. They should have kept her.
It was sexist back then. They didn't
Yeah,
want female
that
leads
was
to get
such
as
a
much as
huge
the male
mistake.
leads.
And
Aaron
and,
Gray, trust me, Peter Anderson. There's no leaving out Aaron Gray. on Buck
Yeah.
Rogers. Holy shit. She was so hot. I'm not gonna lie. And then
We've gone-
even Battlestar Galactica
Yeah, we're on a
had
whole Battlestar
what's her name?
Galactica, Wonder
Cassiopeia.
Woman with Linda Carter. Oh God.
Wonder Woman, are you kidding? That was like, and you know what? Not only was she awesome in Wonder Woman, but they used to have Battle of the Network Stars.
Yes.
And they would all wear the tight t-shirts, and then they like have running races and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. And none of those chicks were wearing bras, so it was like da-dung, 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 da-dung.
Jeff,
Floopsy loopsy. Yeah.
Jeff in hold on. Heather.
Oh God. I don't know.
So Jeff
what happened
Southfield
to
says
this.
Heather
We're
Thomas
off the
over Heather
rails.
Locklear. I agree. Hold on. I will tell you what was the first poster
Really?
I ever had. And then my room was totally covered in posters. Not all chicks. There were cars, Ferraris, and stuff.
Yeah,
but a
I
lot
had
of women.
posters.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. There were a lot of women. This is the one.
I had a
This
lot
is
of
the
Tom
first
Cruise.
poster I had. Right there. That one. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I had a lot of Tom Cruise,
There it is.
Risky Business Days.
That's the poster. Oh, with the glasses, Tom Cruise. That poster.
Yes.
And guys, camel toe right there. I know every inch of that poster.
Why is she even bothering? Just,
Right?
You know, yeah.
That poster was so
Little
popular.
left. Well, the
Every
Farrah
guy
Fawcett
had
one
that
too.
poster.
The Farrah Fawcett poster.
The Farrah
I think
Fawcett was before
that
my
was
time, but
probably, but still, it was one of the most iconic posters
absolutely
ever.
because I used to have
Ever.
I got babysat, and her son was about 5. The Farrah
Babysat.
Fawcett.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's it right there. That
Yeah.
was the one.
That was
That
it.
was the Farrah
That
Fawcett.
was it.
Every kid in the late 70s, before my time.
That was,
but
yeah.
every kid that was in their teens, or every guy in their teens had that. And then
Yep.
they even had, there's another popular one. This was late 70s.
Really? Well, of course you have a master's degree in this horse.
Well, yeah, this
Yeah.
was also a very, very popular poster.
You have a doctorate.
The Linda Carter poster.
Linda Carter.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a very popular poster.
Jacqueline
it's
Smith was big.
$1,600.
I always thought Jacqueline Smith was beautiful. Very, very pretty.
Jacqueline
One of the
Smith
Charlie's
on
Angels.
the Charlie's Angels, I thought she was the hottest.
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
liked
Sabrina.
no wait,
No.
Jacqueline Smith, but who was Kate
Was it-
Jackson had the better
Well,
voice.
Cheryl
She had
Ladd.
the sexier voice.
You know, Farrah Fawcett.
That
That was another
scratchy
show
voice.
where Farrah Fawcett left.
And then
And
Cheryl
Ladd took over.
Ladd came, and she was hotter than Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, she was real pretty.
She was gorgeous. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I mean, wait a minute. You gotta, this is iconic right here. The opening.
Morgan Fairchild.
Morgan Fairchild was not my thing. Here you go.
Once upon a time,
This is so
there were 3
iconic.
little girls who went to the police academy.
3 little girls. Hollywood.
That's the Farrah Fawcett. She's only one season.
That's Jacqueline Smith
And they
right
were
there.
each assigned
Kate Jackson.
very hazardous duties. But I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Charlie.
You know why Farrah Fawcett left, right?
No.
So what?
Because she married Lee Majors?
She married Lee Majors, and after season 1, he's like, "It's either your career or me. I want you home when I get home."
Oh.
And so
well,
he's a dick.
was one of those.
Yes.
Who
He's
did
like,
Burt
"I want
Reynolds?
you
Oh,
home."
Lonnie Anderson.
Lonnie Anderson from WKRP.
WKRP.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? I thought the other girl was more attractive. There was
Oh,
there
yeah.
was
I don't
her, and
remember
then there
her
was
name.
there was the other girl.
But I know who you're talking about.
And-
Wait, no, I'm thinking of the show with the taxi cab drivers.
Mary
Wait,
Lou
I got
Henner.
with the one with Tony Danza. Taxi.
Yeah, Mary Lou Henner. No, this is let's see. Let me find a picture. There it is. All right. So
What's-
Lonnie
who-
Anderson, obviously the bombshell on the show. I like the one up here. I liked her better. I can't.
Oh,
remember her
okay.
name, but I thought she was prettier. Lonnie Anderson. I mean, fake.
Yeah.
Hair.
Yeah.
I always had a thing for her. The other one. Anyway, wait. Who's Farrah Fawcett over Cheryl T? Oh, no way, Jeff. I'll disagree with you there. Heather Thomas over Heather Locklear, yes, but no way Farrah Fawcett over Cheryl T. Cheryl T's. Oh, damn.
Well, now you're getting into a whole different.
Hey, people are
going
attracted
from
to who they're
actresses
attracted
to the Sports Illustrated chicks.
In the 70s,
Because there's a whole bunch of those.
The girls liked
Kathy
David Cassidy.
Ireland.
David Cassidy was the one that they all from the Partridge
Oh,
Family.
Cindy Crawford was beautiful.
Cindy Crawford, yeah. She was
Beautiful.
never in my top 10 though. She was pretty. I'm not gonna say she wasn't. Suzanne Summers ended all.
Christy
Suzanne
Brinkley?
Summers- now that was the one.
Yeah.
That was the one. She would be
The
on the
iconic.
Sports Illustrated. Christy Brinkley to me was it. That was the it
Yeah.
woman.
And then when she was on National Lampoon's Vacation,
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah,
In that,
yeah,
in that
that
red
was-
Ferrari, I'm just like,
huge crossover.
oh my gosh. But the one that this is funny.
All
Swimsuit
crazy.
suit.
Christy Brinkley
cover.
still looks good too.
Oh,
She was
amazing.
just and Billy
I'll
Joel
see my-
looks like he's knocking on death's doorstep.
Who?
Well, her ex, Billy Joel.
Oh yeah. Well,
she
he's got
just
that
recently
neurological thing.
she was posting
There's
a
the cover
video
right
of
there.
when she took her daughter to go see one of his
That's
concerts.
the cover. That was
And-
in fact, I stole this from the library.
Yeah?
Just so I
Yeah.
could have that cover.
We all stole stuff from the
Yeah,
library.
well, yeah. I mean, they had
Yeah.
it on one of those things, and I ripped
Well,
all the pages
yeah.
out of it. And I took that cover, I put it in a picture frame, and put it on my wall. That was it,
Yeah.
right there. That's
Yep.
that
Yep.
was. That's where I look at Devon. Look at the color purple,
Wait, I'm a
and
girl.
then look at my
You're
set.
like, look at it. I'm a girl.
Oh, I
Oh,
know.
look
I'm
at
just
it.
saying it's a purple bikini, and then I made my set after her swimsuit.
Oh,
I like
my
the
goodness.
color purple because of her. Hannah Horse is going to go for a wrestling sesh after the show. Yeah, right. My wife's
The
gonna be like,
chat
"What's
is
in these?
alive.
What?" She's gonna be like, "What? What are you doing? I'm not in the mood."
Poor Burt Reynolds. Who said
Poor
she
Burt
put Burt
Reynolds.
Reynolds through hell?
You know
Who
what,
said-
Burt Reynolds? Unfortunately, when he was dating Sally Field and she was gonna get an Oscar for Norma Ray, he would not go to the Academy Awards with her because he was jealous that she was getting more attention than he was.
I'm not shocked. He seemed very very egotistical. Yes.
Insecure, egotistical, narcissistic. Yes, absolutely.
Narcissistic.
Yes.
Yeah. Dang, this game is still close. Now we're in the second quarter.
Shelley Long over Christy Brinkley. You are
Oh,
freaking
he's smoking
high.
crack.
This guy
Somebody's
is fucking
smoking crack.
stupid. He's full of shit.
Are you?
This guy is
Shelley
fucking
Long over
stupid.
Christy Brinkley.
This guy is fucking stupid.
I don't mind other people having different tastes than me, but that's like saying filet mignon. I'd rather have something dug out of a dumpster. I mean, it's
My
not even.
God.
It's just not even in the.
These
Shelley
basketball
Long?
players.
Shelley
Yeah.
Long. She's attractive, but
Have all the
Christy
chicks left,
Brinkley.
have all the women ran off the chat? Are there no women left here?
We ran them all.
The
off.
guys took over. It's like the
I know
dudes took
Cindy's
over.
Working. Cindy, I know you're out there. You want
The
your
girls,
rep?
the
Say
girls
something.
gave up.
Horse needs a girl pair and just call the show on Thursday. Get the beef ready.
Gail
I
took
can't call
off.
during the week, Jay.
Abigail took off. They're all like,
My days are
eh.
10-hour days now.
Gail's there. Okay, Gail. I can't be the only girl around here
Abigail.
I'm over here just-
let me
because
tell you-
they've all reverted back to high school. They're all doing so and so's greater than her. She's greater than her. She's greater than her. And it's like, God, can't get anything. Oh,
dated
that's funny.
a woman that worked at the Bunny Ranch. She told
I
us
didn't
that
know.
2
I
weeks
didn't know
ago.
that guys did that too. Because we girls do that too. So and so is greater than so and so.
Liz, are you listening to me?
Yeah. What?
That's what I thought. Abigail dates women. So this is on her topic. She was telling us about a woman she dated that worked at the Bunny Ranch. And then I said, I want to see a picture of her. And she sent it to me in private. I said I wouldn't show anybody. And
Right.
so Abigail, this topic would fit her. her
Good, go
attraction
girl.
style. Yeah. I mean,
Go
she's probably
get
going to
you
go.
some.
Abigail left to go buy a Heather Thomas poster. She's like, I want that poster. So she's out there buying it, right? Camel toe. I want it. I'm going to put it on my wall. Right, Abigail?
Be real, Abigail. Is that you?
You shop a lot.
Poster.
We were talking about this at work today.
What?
We were talking about how much we shop on Amazon at work today. Amazon, eBay.
I
It's
just
just
spent $38 and it's going to be
Somebody-
here by 10 o'clock tonight.
somebody. There's something exciting about packages that are coming. You know?
Packages that are coming?
I know, God. But you know what? I
You
think
said
it was
packages
COVID.
that are coming.
It's all
I mean,
COVID's
what else
fault.
am I supposed to think?
Because when COVID happened, everybody went to Amazon and just started ordering a bunch of shit
Listen,
that they didn't need.
I need a piece for my computer for the.
Well, I'm sure you're always ordering stuff.
Well, I am, and literally, I'm like, shit. I can't find this Bluetooth device so that I can run my headphones. I ordered it about what time is it? 5:50.
Oh, no.
I ordered it an hour ago, and it's going to be here by 10 o'clock today.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm so spoiled.
It's just crazy.
I'm getting my packages now within 5 hours of ordering them. I'm going to be
Yeah.
lazy. I'm never going to leave the house again.
It's unreal. It's unreal how fast. Could you imagine, like, as we're talking about in the 80s, could you imagine wanting something and that within hours it would just be, you would think that people were nuts. If somebody went to you in the 80s and said, oh, guess what? If you order, you can order something, it'll show up by the evening. You would say you're crazy.
Yeah, they'd be like, what? Like Star Trek? You're nuts. That's no.
Yeah.
No, they're going to drive it to your house.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen.
Oh, that
Maybe in,
damn
like,
Chalamet and Ben Stiller. Those two gay
22,000
fucks are there.
What?
Oh, now the game is tied. I think you kicked me off. I got
No,
kicked
you're
off for
here,
talking
but
about
you got
Chalamet.
covered up. You got covered up. Hold on. I'm obsessed with this one comment. I'm obsessed with I was gonna say V and the Fee. I'm obsessed with Jeff in Southfield. I'm like, no way.
You are? That's
No,
interesting.
I'm obsessed with his comment.
Oh, what's his comment?
Hold on. He says
Where,
Shelley
I'm gonna go back.
Long is better than Christy Brinkley.
Oh, that's way
That
long ago.
is insane. So I'm
He-
getting granted.
he's got
I
a thing
grabbed
for
the
Shelley
black and
Long.
white picture. I'm sorry. It's not.
Apparently,
apples
he's
to
got a
apples.
thing for her. Well, she's
Well,
kind
that's
of.
fine. She's pretty, but
So she's like
Are
a
you
girl
telling me-
nerd.
are even in the same ballpark.
She's kind of a snooty, like a
Bitchy,
snooty
yeah,
kind of
like
chick.
one of those
But-
bitchy
but-
people that you want
s-
to get in the.
Some people find that attractive.
Kirstie Alley is hotter than Shelley Long, or was it her prime?
I mean, that's a big debate.
how can you compare these two and say this
Because
one's
I
the
don't-
better one?
My
You're
ex,
insane.
my ex used to. You know who my ex used to, and this is a good-looking dude. Used to be obsessed with the chick from The Shining, Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall.
I swear to God.
What is
Yeah,
with
I'd be like,
people?
and
This
he
guy is
absolutely
fucking
found her
stupid.
attractive. Yeah, I know.
Shelley
I know.
Duvall?
Yes. Yes.
Did he have a
Yes.
thing for Karen Carpenter too? Does he like anorexia? Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall. Yeah, she's well, I mean, she was the love interest of Ted Danson. She drove him crazy, but he was obsessed with her.
You're talking about Shelley Long. We're talking about Shelley
Shelley
Duvall from
Long.
The Shining.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay. Let's go back to Shelley Long.
Popeye's girl. Yeah, olive oil.
Well, I mean, she was
olive oil.
no, not her anymore. Let's go back to Shelley Long. Well, I mean, in Shelley Long,
there's
she was
Shelley
in The Money
Long.
Pit. She was in The Money Pit with Tom Hanks.
Right. That is a funny movie. That is a
Yeah,
funny
that's a good movie. I mean,
But
hey,
you
to each their own.
Not even in the ballpark.
Can't believe you're so.
Well,
That really
just
threw
like
you off.
crazy talk. That's like saying, "Oh, I I wouldn't want a Ferrari. I want a Geo Metro, way better than a Ferrari. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh well, I think that's a bit extreme. but
That's
okay.
that. That is
It's
that
your show.
extreme right there.
It's your show.
That's the Geo Metro.
Yes, that's your
and
comparison
the
you want to
Ferrari.
make.
Geo
Okay.
Metro, Ferrari.
Okay.
Just saying. Just
Yeah.
saying. Kelly Preston.
I think we're all
was
like that.
A smoke show. Kelly Preston was
Oh yeah.
very.
she's dead. Rest
very-
in peace.
Well, she is dead.
Oh, they pulled out John Mellencamp for this one too. Yeah. Oh God, have mercy. I need to shut this
Kelly
game off.
Preston.
I need to
that's how
shut
they
this
hook
game
you.
off. Spike Lee, you
BB
look like
Cates and
a
Fast
complete
Times at Ridgemont
retard.
High. I mean,
Retarded.
I'm not. Yeah. There's.
Spike Lee.
I like how the names keep just. showing
God.
up. Yeah. I
He
mean,
just looks like a freaking idiot.
who?
Oh, Demi Moore, Phoebe Cates. Yeah, Peter's putting some up here now.
Demi
Yes.
Moore, right in
Phoebe.
that. Kelly LeBrock. I never was into Kelly LeBrock. She's very attractive, but that was not my
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But, Kelly LeBrock didn't she date the guy that's the fat karate guy now?
Steven Seagal.
Yeah, they dated.
Yes.
Or were they married? I think they were
Yes.
married. The Ferrari
Yeah.
Magnum PI drove wasn't that a 304? Wait, is it 304? 307?
Yeah.
It was actually a fake Ferrari body on a VW.
I
Beetle
don't know
wanted
cars.
it to actually run.
Where's Crowtown? Got to get Crowtown in here. Oh my goodness. It's already almost time for the show to end. I'm
It
freaking
is. That's what
exhausted.
happens when we go.
I'm exhausted.
Rick.
Hey, I'm going to
Courtney
say
Cox,
goodnight.
No,
You wrap it
no,
up.
No.
What?
I would rather have Jennifer Aniston than Courtney Cox any day.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all finish this up. I'm saying goodnight.
See you
'cause
later.
I'm literally crashing out. Good night, y'all. This was a lot of fun.
Wait, Liz. Last question. If
Yes.
you had to date one, Valerie Bertinelli, by the way.
You want me to pick
Eddie
between
Van-
women?
Huh? No. I was
Oh.
gonna say Eddie Van Halen's wife, Valerie Bertinelli, very
Yeah.
hot. I remember her from
Yeah.
what was that show where it was her and her sister and the mom?
Mackenzie Phillips.
Yeah. What was that
One
show
Day at a
called?
Time.
One Day at a Time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
isn't that
I had a
interesting
thing-
that-
Valerie Bertinelli, I was like, oh, she's so pretty.
that fat boy is gassed. He is gassed. Fat
Fat
boy. On the Knicks.
No, I was going to ask you if you had to date one, would it be David Lee Roth or Eddie Van Halen?
Oh my God. It would have to be Eddie Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen.
David Lee Roth would be just a bit too much. Like I would need some peace in my life. And I feel like Eddie would give me some
I
peace.
never got into Brooke Shields.
I have to have some peace and quiet. David Lee Roth seems like a high maintenance dude, like constantly needing attention, constantly needing, validation and compliments because he's a narcissist. That's what they
all-
need.
I think they both are.
They need to constantly be stroked. And I think Eddie Van
Stroked.
Halen was pretty. Oh God! Not
Constantly.
like that. I mean, they're like their
Constantly.
ego. Their
Constantly.
ego. You
Got
gotta
it.
constantly be feeding the ego. I can't stand that.
Yeah.
Why do you
Tell
need
me
so
how
much
wonderful
attention?
I am. Tell me how wonderful I am. Yeah, you're wonderful. No, say it again, but like
Yeah.
you mean it.
Exactly.
You're wonderful.
Tell me how great I
Yeah,
am.
you're not
let me
trying.
tell you how great I am,
Yeah.
and then you can agree.
Right.
You know?
What about
It's
that?
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's insane. It is. Anyway, okay. Peace out,
All right,
everybody.
later.
I'll
Liz.
see y'all. Okay. Check
Bye.
y'all later.
Have a
Good night.
All right. Barbara Bach, when did we talk about that? Because that is not from tonight, but you are right. She was in The Spy Who Loved Me. And she was also in Force 10 from Navarone, where you get to see her topless. Yes, I know who Barbara Bach is. Yes, very nice. Very nice. All right. I don't know how this, Elizabeth Shue, I don't know how this devolved into Michelle Pfeiffer. Was not into Michelle Pfeiffer. I see it. Kathy Ireland, Kathy Ireland, very, very nice. Elizabeth Shue was never in my radar screen. Even, I guess, her total cuteness would have been Karate Kid and just, but speaking of, Leah Thompson hit my radar when I was in high school. Leah Thompson, She did it for me. She was in Howard the Duck. She had the crimped hair. Ooh, very nice. Who didn't age well? All of them. I don't even have to ask. Other than like Christy Brinkley, who, I mean, look, plastic surgery is a wonderful thing. When it's done right. When it's done wrong, like Goldie Hawn, where you just plump too much. Elizabeth Shue. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, age kicks our ass. Kicks all our asses. I definitely, yeah, in my 20s was definitely hit on more than yeah, later in life. Dyke. Oh shit! Someone is actually watching from D Live.
Welcome to the party.
I streamed to that channel for over a year, and I think you are the first chatter from D Live. Welcome to the show, Kim Richards. Yeah, not bad. I saw that. You know who I thought was a smoke show when I saw Starship Troopers? Denise Richards. OMG. When I saw Starship Troopers and I saw Denise Richards, I was in love. And then she showed up in Wild Things, and I'm like, whoa! Denise Richards. And then, for some reason, women that look like that want to marry Charlie Sheen? Gross! Gross! You ran into Amber before she was famous in Austin. Amber who? Anyway, Denise Richards over Kim Richards. Kim Richards was cute. I liked her in that, but I was like young. When she was in Witch Mountain and later, she was right age. She's got the voice. There's something to say about the voice. That's the like the Kate Jackson voice. I like that scratchy voice. She liked my friend Marty. Told her, gosh, she wished to be like more. Oh, her Amber Heard? I don't know which one of those is the crazy one, but when they were in trial, they both looked insanely crazy. Her and Johnny Depp. Amber Heard is quite pretty, though. The voice, yep, Kim Richards' voice. It's got that. Okay, everyone, that is the show. Remember, 1 week from Friday, DJ Haunted Horse, and I have been working on it endlessly. The DJ Haunted Horse Show's back.
HollywoodRejects.com presents DJ Haunted Horse on the Mixcloud music platform.
It's going to be awesome. All right, back tomorrow, Waterhole, and it's Wednesday. I'm 1 day behind. I thought today was Monday all day, and I have to work Friday, so that kind of sucks. David Lee Roth voice. You mean for this?
HollywoodRejects.com presents DJ Haunted Horse on the Mixcloud music platform.
My voice ran through a music mixer. Missed your heart out. Missed your heart out. Yeah, well, my heart out is almost out. Okay, everyone, back tomorrow, the Waterhole, and have a good evening. Thanks for being here. Thanks to Liz for showing up and doing a great job talking about everything that we talked about. You know what? We never even got to the weird news. I promised you guys I was going to do porn star reveals her bucket list sex act, but we got talking about all the hot women of the 70s and 80s, so this will have to move over. And then the other one that gets to move over is OnlyFans star rushed to hospital after 583-man sex stunt. So apparently 583-man sex stunt put this OnlyFans star in the hospital. We'll find out that, and then whatever else we'll talk about. Be back tomorrow. Until then, have a good evening. Ryan's showing up like a blister. There you go.